And you mentioned isolation is the enemy of excellence. That was also the title of your talk that we saw you there. Why, and you briefly talked about this, but why is that? Why is isolation such a cancer?
Well, the reason is because we only have one perspective. We can only see it one way, and we don't know what we don't know. And when you surround yourself with other competent, capable people, people that their core values align with yours, people that have a greater mission, they have a bigger why, they are exciting to be around. There's momentum in that level of excitement. When you're in isolation, you don't know whether to turn left or right. You're at the fork in the road. I mean, you're going to depend on your past experiences. Maybe you're going into an arena that you haven't been before and you could use some encouragement. Maybe you're tired. And when you're in community, you can borrow other people's courage when you don't have any. They can give you insight. They can push you through upper limit challenges. They can walk alongside you and see the blind spots that you've got. That's what always catches us in the end anyway, and it's called a blind spot because you can't see it. And if I'm around people that can tell me, hey, Big A, you don't need to be condescending. You don't need to be judgmental. You don't need to embellish things. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, I heard when you said this, it's not exactly the way it took place. And I'm like, man, thank you for calling me out because I want what I say to be accurate. You see, we can't see ourselves. Other people see you differently than you see yourself. And you've got to get that general consensus of the multitude so that you can continue to grow. And so I can't even imagine why somebody would want to be in isolation. It's really pretty arrogant when you think, I know better than the general consensus of the multitude of people out there. When you can go it alone, you're saying, like, I got it all figured out. Your life may be really good right now, the people that are listening to me, but I can promise you, being married this long, having children, having grandchildren, multiple businesses, life is going to throw you a curve one day. And if you haven't taken the time to build this tribe, if you haven't taken the time to build those deep relationships, who are you going to go to during that devastating time? And I think back when I went through killing that pedestrian in the car, if I hadn't developed the relationships, I probably would still be in the fetal position under my desk. It's like, because you don't have the courage to walk through those traumatic experiences. Some of you out there are going to have financial devastation through your life. You're going to have relational problems. You're going to need people to shore you up. You're going to need people to walk alongside you to give you this encouragement that I'm talking about. And I just think it's a lot more enjoyable when you're doing life in a community and then when you're doing it in a silo.
Yeah.